Hey guys, I'm back. Today's video, I'm gonna show you guys how to do some Blender stuff. Because I've had some people ask me, how do you make a gun or the person, and today I'll be showing you like a little quick and easy tutorial on how to do it. If you're curious what keys I pressed, I'll say some of them, but if I forget, it'll be in the bottom right. So if you just want to copy that. So let's begin. Alright, so first off, when you load into Unity, you should just have a cube. So we're going to actually make a person first. If you want to make a gun, just skip to the timestamp shown right now. But so basically, so what you want to do first, make your guy, is you just go into modifiers, which is down here, this little wrench. Add modifier, and then you do mirror. So another thing is right here, axis. This is like X is if you click G then X and drag this is the X axis. And say if I do Y, it's like that. So basically, if it's on X, it'll only do this part. It stretches this. So what you want to do now, because if you notice something, you hold E, stretch it out. You have that cube in the middle, and that it's ugly. So how to actually fix this is you want to click Control R while in edit mode. Just double click so the line is in the middle of your cube, and up here in the top left, click the square, and then over here you want to click these two squares, they're transparent, and it should do this little X-ray effect. So now on either the left or right side, personally I like to do the left. It's just going to highlight all this, select it, and then delete, click X, and then faces. This will get rid of it. It won't look like it does, but that's because we have the mirror effect on the modifier. So if we were to take this away, it would be a half again, like that. So I'm going to put it back on. So basically why we did this is so when we're making our person, when we're making the arms, one arm isn't longer than the other because it doesn't look good. Same thing with the head. So now we can start. So you want to grab the side here, you want to click G at the next or Y depending on what side you did it. Alright, so you just want to stretch it out a little bit, and there will be like a little line in the middle. That's what we want. So then GZ, that'll be the Z axis. It's like vertical, I think. So then you can scale it up to like whatever size you want the torso to be. I'm gonna do this. So now we're gonna work on the legs. So what I like to do is just come down here, I click E, S, and just move my mouse towards it. I'll scale it down. Then you can just drag it like that. And then if you want to make it so like it seems like that's like the pant leg, you can do the same thing you did up here. Just make it a little smaller. And it looks like it's just pants right there, shorts, and the leg. So now to make like an actual foot, click Control R, make it like horizontal, and just bring it down here. Alright, so then when you do that, you want to go back up here to your faces. You want to do the square one, that's like the face. So then you can just scale it out a little bit like that. Then you go back into the line one, and then you can click the top of that, G and Z, and just bring it down, and it'll look like little feet. So it's not actually going to look like this after we're done, but that's just a basic little thing. So now we're going to work on the arms. So I can select that, Control R, just move the line to where I want it, I'll do it there, and then E, S again. I want to do the same thing what I did with the pant leg, so it matches, and then it's like that. So now we have a little guy. Now it's time for the head. So now we're going to make the hands. So if you want, you don't have to make the hands, because when we finish it, it'll kind of squeeze them together if you don't have hands. But like this is what it would look like right now. Like it's like a sword, which it doesn't really look the best, but if you're making some kind of low poly game, it's alright, I guess. But anyway, to make a hand, so you just want to extrude it a little bit, so it's just a block. So now we're going to do 4 fingers on this side, and then one over here. This one will be the thumb. So now what we're going to do is you're going to do Control R and you're just going to move your mouse 3 times. So you should have 4 little lines right here. Now we're going to start with the first one. We're going to do, so then when you Control R, so then it's like flat like that. And you just move your mouse once, double click. And now these fingers are a little big, so if you want, while selecting these, you can do S, and then Z. You can either scale down or up, and then, you know, it moves it. Now, if you grab one of these, you can extrude it like that, and you can do that. And you can just do the same with all of them. So I'm going to make some of my fingers bigger than the others, because that's how it is. Alright, so now I have my hand. So now what we're going to do is lower this part because, you know, it's kind of, it's above the hand, which does not look good. So you're going to select this line. So, you know, just scale it down like that. Same thing here. Alright, so then like that, it's like a little hand. It looks a little weird, but it might look better at the end. Then if you look over here, it'll just mirror the exact same thing. So it's just exactly the same. So now up here with the head, what you can do is do Control R, so it splits it in half, and you have this little cube here. So then if you scale this up, you'll notice how the neck is like a brick. So what you can do here, and it's kind of hard to do, it's tricky, you can do Control X. Actually, you want to click E first and do Control X, so it actually just moves that one face. And you just want to try to align it in the middle like that, and then you can scale it up. And you know, you can shrink it down a little bit, scale the rest up. And then if you click E again, scale it out, it'll actually make like a big square, and you can scale up. Now you have the head. So this is pretty much it. Now if you want it to look better, you could go to modifiers, then subdivision surface. And this will just make it all, you know, look nicer. Like the hands, they might be a little, you know, a little weird, but yeah. So now we have a head, you know, person. It might not, it's not like really good looking one, but it's like, you can tell it's a person. The way. Click Shift A, Mesh, and Cube. And you can scale this up a little bit or down. I'm gonna keep it like that. And then select the top layer, click GZ, you know, scale it up, Control R, like that. And then GX, don't do that. You want to, this time you want to do E, it extrudes it, so just like that. And if you want like a little hole in the middle, center of it, so like, you know, where the bullet will come out, you can click E, you know, make it small, and just push it in a little bit, and there's like a little hole there. Now normally it's like, you know, cylinder, but you could do that, it would just be a little more work. This is just an easy little pistol. So now for the actual, like the handle part, the shooty bit, so you can just do Control R, do that again. You want to do Control R, move your mouse up one, just scale it like that, you know, SZ. And just scale it to like a part where you would want the little outline part to be. So then you can go back to your faces mode. You want to extrude this out. And then you want to extrude it out again after you're done clicking that. And then you want to make this little thing, so there should be like a line right there. Then you could extrude this up like that. So that way, you know, it's like a, you put your finger in. Then for the shooty part, that, there. Now what you can do, you just move it to wherever you want, you know, it to be. Right there, that's good. So now I'm gonna make this a little smaller. That. And then you can rotate it. So I'm gonna do 90 degrees. And then like that. So now, you know, it doesn't really look like it, but you know, you can put your finger in there, shoot it, whatever. Now I'm gonna make like the aiming part, a little scope. So instead of like actually making a scope, I'm gonna do what lots of games do. I'm gonna just make like a little tip right here, because honestly I think it looks way nicer. So, you know, just right there. You know, do that middle thing. And then you should have this little part right here. So now if you click E, S, you just extrude that out. It's like a little stub coming out. That's where you aim. And then yeah, you got a gun. And then if you want it to look a little better, don't do that. You want to go into here, modifiers, and click bevel. Now you might not notice anything, but it actually kind of makes it not as squarey. Like it's still squarey, but you know, it's not as squarey. And if you turn this up, you know, it'll change things. It'll make it like bigger, you know, all that stuff. So this is how you make like a little simple gun guy. Hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe. And I'll see you all later. Bye.